In Theta, the spur controls everything. The conversation is dominated by the spurg. Over the next 2 hours or however long they stay sober, you will lose intelligence. Enjoy Theta Thursday. Your hosts, Dawn and Rhea, Mifune, and some shitty guests.
Dawn, push the talk, please.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's Theta Thursday. It is a very sad day for all of our UK brethren. The Queen passed away.
For the entire world, some may say. Yes. Sad day for the entire world.
Is it low volume?
Apparently you're very
quiet. Apparently I'm very quiet. Okay, well, let's do that. That should fix that.
Hey, I like your shirt, Mifune.
Thanks. This is my work shirt.
It's fucking snazzy, man.
That's snazzy.
Do you wear that to work? Like, is it mandatory you wear it to work?
Yeah, I have to wear a polo shirt, and I gotta pull my hair back and shit for work. And I just got home like an hour and a half ago, and pretty much had to set up.
Why don't you cut your hair, you hippie?
No.
You, on the other hand, Sansky, look like shit. What's wrong? Are you okay, buddy?
It's 2 a.m. I can't sleep. I get a text from Dawn saying be on Theta Thursday. Okay, I told her I wouldn't put a pair of pants on.
Glad you are.
And I actually didn't complete that job. I got the shirt.
Ghost, you're looking handsome as usual, sir. Keep it up.
Oh, thanks, babe. So are you.
You know, I was talking to Sansky just before the show, and I don't know. This might be talking to his school, but he told me once when he was a little kid, like he walked in on his parents having sex, and he said it was the most embarrassing 30 minutes of his life.
What the hell, Gray?
What? Dawn, how the fuck are you? I heard you're sick.
Gets old.
Yes, I am sick. I had a cold. Just my nose is really stuffy. I'm not even that stuffy. I just am tired right now, so I'm just getting a lot of rest. So that way, because I have a friend coming over tomorrow from the Netherlands. I will ask him if he knows apple pear. And he and I are going to go to Canada for a few days.
How many people are in the Netherlands, Don? And
I don't know, a couple of million.
The Netherlands, like, doesn't that encompass a couple of different countries? Or like, I don't know anything about
No,
that.
The Netherlands is a country.
Is it? Why the fuck do they call it the Netherlands? Doesn't it mean, like, fucking the nothingness?
It's the Nether Minecraft. It's like hell.
It's like the Waterlands or something.
It's hell.
What you think of as Holland is the Netherlands.
Inside out.
I got a question.
Holland is a province or district, not.
I got a question for chat. I got this thing on my arm. If anyone's a doctor or knows a doctor, could they tell me if this is monkeypox?
I don't.
Oh, that's shingles, Greg. You're getting old.
I don't think our group is allowed to provide medical advice. We might be
No. If it's on the internet, I'm allowed to provide both medical and legal advice.
Like, it's healed considerably. Like, it's better than it was. I think it was just like some sort of random pustule.
It could also been like a rug burn when you're, getting pounded on the carpet or something.
It doesn't happen, man. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You guys are weird. So, anyways, welcome everybody to the week. We actually have, I think, a little bit of Eve news.
Yeah, but before that, Don, I want to talk a little bit more about Queen Elizabeth II. Her passing creates quite a power vacuum in Great Britain. And I just like to say that as a member of the Commonwealth, that I am putting it out there that I want to be fucking king of your country. So I don't know how this is done, if you vote for it, or...
You have to have sex with enough cousins, and then they elect you.
I got some hot cousins, man.
Well, there's your mission start right there.
Oh, look, there's Ghoster's little queen there.
Yeah, Princess Ghoster.
Queen Olivia.
Hello, Olivia.
Oh, don't say her real name. She's gonna get doxxed now, so I'm just gonna call her work.
You got to work it already, Ghoster? Good for you, buddy.
Get her fired.
What's that royal wave?
Yeah.
How did they do that?
It's like, no.
Yeah, it's like that, the royal wave, right? No, come on, Sansky, come on, buddy.
Okay.
No.
I'm uncultured, okay? I only live in the EU right now. And I live in the Germanic parts. And they don't believe in, cousin fucking too much down here. So I don't think they ever had a royal family.
I think you will find that every royal lineage is a lot of cousin fucking.
Well, they don't do it anymore. That's all I know.
If you look, I think the British crown ended up marrying into almost every major European royal family at one point. They had 7 or 8 kids in one of the generations, and they just married them all off.
I don't know. All I know is women are usually the ones interested in the royal family. Us men have better things to do, like throw tea overboard.
Like which?
So yes, Queen Elizabeth died today. We, send our condolences to all of our UK and Commonwealth Eve brethren. I believe King Charles is going to be, or Prince Charles is now going to become King Charles. And,
he already has. He already is done.
He already has. No. So, if a UK friend could speak more on it, but I hear something about how it's like he's technically king now, but they don't officially announce it until after the funeral or something like that. So he's technically king now. It's just they have to wait for their ceremony and stuff like that to make it official to the Commonwealth or something.
I was talking to Camilla, and apparently Chuck's got quite the royal scepter on him, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god.
Was that the same guy? Because there's a lot of drama I've only heard. I don't know. One of them was on the Epstein Go-Go Island. Another one was doing butt stuff and got rejected. And then I heard something else.
How do you get rejected for butt stuff?
I don't know. He got a crappy wife or cousin or whatever they call it.
All right, well, we're not going to go into British royal family drama.
Now we're not. Now we're talking about the details. Let's not go into it, It's a big deal. Let's get into the details.
Where's Dirk or Dox when we need him?
I think that's a really good point. We're talking about the royal family and all this, and none of us, we all speak normal people language, so it's pretty clear that...
none of our fancy friends.
Greg is still... was still under the Queen, so I feel like he is the expert when it comes to this out of everyone here.
Greg definitely is a subject of the now late Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I played hockey, right, all the rinks that I played in, right, they all had a picture of the Queen hanging up.
Really? Okay.
Oh yeah. I don't think they do anymore. I don't know, man. I haven't been to a rink in a long time.
I totally forgot Ragnar was there. He was just so quiet.
It's because I'm high as shit.
Well, Ragnar.
I'm also a bit ill as well. I'm taking a COVID test.
You did a COVID test?
I'm doing it the nose one. The bar hasn't shown up yet, so I don't think I have COVID. I think I was just sick and I caught a bug because I drank too much alcohol. That made my body revolt against me. I'm getting too old to drink. Drink water. I mean, I usually do. I just didn't because I wasn't thinking. And just stick to weed, I guess.
Oh, dear Lord.
What? Weed hasn't... Well, that's not true. I have almost died doing weed, but that was other stuff I was doing at the same time.
See? Impaired judgment.
Well, I was drunk first, and then I got high. So it wasn't high and then got drunk.
So we do actually have Eve news.
Right.
I believe it was yesterday, right? That they put out the
No, well, in my time, I got emailed, there's stuff in my inbox, all this propaganda. There's huge update, big changes. So I clicked on this shit and I saw, yes, Eve Uprising was, I believe, today in whatever the capital of Iceland is, Reykjavik.
It was a couple of days ago, man. They put this out, or yesterday.
I got the email today. Okay.
All right. So good job not checking your email for 2 days, Sanchki. I'm proud of you, bud.
I never.
Oh no! Eat my ass. It was yesterday, which was by today.
Mifune, do you want to tell us what it is?
Well, wait a second. Let me lead into this with what I found out about it. First of all, when I came on, Mifune said, "Oh, big Eve news." And I said, "Fuck, what?" And he goes, "Oh, the Uprising patch." And I said, "Oh, yeah, that's fucking." I was like confused because I didn't read the patch, right? I just saw Uprising, and then I like immediately made a meme about how shit it was without looking at it.
No, and I will agree.
Which is what you're supposed to do.
So there's a lot. So obviously, like it's gotten the new. What's a good way to put it in words? So the new expansion that CCP announced, a lot of people are upset with it because, especially people who live in nullsec, are upset about it because, like, yes, we want new content, and like new content is what EVE Online like needs to survive right now, in order to get through the rough patch of having fucking 15k PCUs on a USTZ Friday night. But
do you think a lot of that's because of the Russians, though?
No, not at all. But
well,
like,
Greg, he was talking about U.S. time zone. How would Russia affect that, Greg?
I don't know. Fucking Ruskies played during the USTZ, didn't they?
They can't affect the U.S. time zone because they lost the Cold War.
Oh my god. Anyway, people are upset because, CXP aren't doing things like reversing the BRM and fixing cap production and scarcity. And it's valid points, right? Like, they are some very valid points. And before people in the Twitch chat go, like, spouting all the shit about how terrible it is, just because they are doing this instead of fixing nullsec, I want to look at the actual patch itself and, like, what it insinuates through it, and then we can get to the whole bullshit of CCP isn't fixing nullsec and is doing this shit instead. So basically, many people have seen the video. The video doesn't really show too much except for the wizard, which I'm sure everybody has seen at this point on Reddit. There was a wizard on a fucking planet, and people made jokes about it and all that fun stuff. We don't know what the fuck that is.
Yes, I do. Know exactly what it was.
What is it?
Other
than Gandalf or Mittens.
They featured the Mittani.
I knew it. I knew it because he was going to go to that joke. Anyway, so yeah, that's like a big teaser thing that people are speculating about, but I want to take a look at specifically the things that stood out to me were a lot of the words in the paragraphs. So, quoting from the dev blog, one of the paragraph reads, "The first narrative arc in this expansion has already begun with the discovery of an abandoned Edencom structure after its cloak had begun failing over a storm planet in a particular system up in High Sec, I believe it is. So Capsuleers have also found mysterious construction sites across space, with some believing these are stellar harvesters and stargates being independently constructed by the empires." So, that third sentence there in the paragraph is something huge. It's something that caught my eye when I first read through it, right? So first of all, for the first sentence there of construction sites across space, believing to be stellar harvesters created by the empires, right? For those of you who don't know, during the Triglavian expansion, once Poshvin was fully formed through lore shit, all of the red lasers and stuff that come out of the Triglavian ships and all that fun stuff, all of that comes from Dyson spheres that the Triglavians shoved on the suns of the systems in Poshvin. And the running theory is that the Amar, the Caldari, the Minmatar, and everybody kind of figured out that technology, and we think that the major empires are now building their own Dyson spheres for things, stuff and things, right? And so that's the big speculation.
Wait, are they speculating that like the other Amar and Glantane shit are stealing Triglavian technology then?
Yes, and using it to harvest the suns throughout New Eden, similar to how Triglavians are stealing the suns.
No!
So that's a thing, and the second sentence is all about Stargates being independently constructed. So this one is a very, very vague one. And I'm going to throw this out there. This next part is my personal theory. I could be 100% wrong. I probably am 100% wrong. But as we all know, in recent months, Serenity has gotten a new map. And that new map is basically a reduced version of New Eden. They took a lot of systems out. They took entire regions out, whatever. My theory is that Empires creating independent Stargates tells me that we're about to get faction Antiblexes. That's my theory.
That's a pretty bold theory.
It's a bold theory, and it's out there.
Or just low seg or high seg?
Nobody knows, but this is all what I am speculating off of the sentence, right? Like,
Mifune, we don't even have tattooed capitals yet.
I know, and I said that during my CSM campaign and got fucking slaughtered by hundreds of people for suggesting it, so...
For suggesting what?
Oh God, heaven forbid we build a bigger, better ship.
For suggesting that we introduce a power creep in EVE Online where instead of reducing the middle game of EVE Online and making capital production harder, instead you power creep it and you set the bar higher just like every other MMO in the fucking universe does.
That's right.
And then here's an idea.
About your CSM campaign, man, you did better than fucking Redline.
Yes.
You weren't last.
Anyway... So basically, the next thing that they talk about in the dev blog is the brand new ships that are supposed to be introduced this month, in the month of September. They said they're going to be gradually unveiled. Some of them are going to be a lot sooner rather than later, which is interesting, which probably tells me in the next 2 weeks we're going to have fucking new ships, which is kind of exciting. So basically these new ships are supposed to increase diversity of the toolkits available to Capsuleers. The thing that I infer from that is we're going to get fucking ships that have multi-purpose, right? Like, so far in EVE Online, all of our ships have our own specialized purpose, right? All of the ECM ships have their very specific ECM bonuses. You know, all of your hacks have your very specific gun bonuses and prop mod bonuses. I have a feeling that these new ships are going to be a big mixture of various different things. You know, kind of like how the Garmer is really, really good at speed and tackling. You know, we're going to get a lot of ships that are going to have that multi-purpose toolkit.
Well, we got Triglavian ships. I mean, you can turn those into, speed demons, or you can turn them into, lodge ships.
And then most of the rest of the dev blog goes into the a little bit more nitty-gritty specifics of the faction warfare changes, which we won't go over too much because I don't think people want to hear the same shit they heard at FanFest again. But in between these new ships and the faction warfare update, it does seem CCP is going to introduce the new graphics update fully in October. They have it on the roadmap for October, and basically it's going to be a lot of the stuff we saw at FanFest, where the interior parts of a station, when you dock up, are going to be changed. FCs rejoice as we will no longer have to undock to figure out what percentage armor the Athenor is, and we could just look at the damage while we're docked up. So that's going to be interesting.
What's this going to do to fix tie-dye?
Exactly. Is it going to hurt tie-dye?
Who knows? It might end up hurting tie-dye. We just don't know.
I'm looking at these changes, this little film they got going of this new interior. And I'm not excited, because I've been inside the Jita interior with my crappy computer I have right here. Fucking melts the thing, right? The interior, no matter lowest graphics, it screws it up. When I'm in an upwell structure, it handles itself. Now I'm looking at these graphics, I'm like, great, now I'm going to be docking into a 4 FPS, upwell structure now.
I think they're cool, right? Like, I think as far as an art perspective goes, the new station interiors are really fucking cool. I think it is kind of badass that, when I undock with a 200-man fleet, I'm going to get to see all 200 of us slowly move out of the station hangar towards the front door, right?
I don't think we're going to be able to see that. I don't think that's
Slowly.
going to
That's what they were.
Idea for you, Mifune.
No.
Here's a good idea. It's
That's
brand
not
new. It
good
just
for-
came to me. For your next CSM campaign, you should run on the brilliant idea of being able to get out of your ship and walk around inside of a station. How cool would that be?
Oh my god, Ghoster, did you not watch my CSM interview from last year? These are all points I literally said. It's almost as if people don't listen to what I fucking said last year.
This is kind of walking in stations, but it's like docking in stations. But that also has a different...
You get to see all your ships.
I was going to say, Ghoster, that's got like a bit of a different meaning.
No, our expectations are too high for this. No, we're not going to see that. It's going to be just a new interior. That's it.
No, we're going to be able to see some of our own
like
ships in the
Cheetah.
background. I hope we can customize it though, like pick what we want to see and not just be
and not just be
games
overwhelmed.
Could you imagine if the game was like, instead of allowing you to pick like, oh, I want to see my avatar with a really pretty skin on in the background, right? It's like, it just randomly picks like 4 ships from your fleet hangar and you're like, there's one of my 200 coercers I've got in my fleet hangar.
Hey, here's an idea. You know the ads that they run in the background once in a while?
Yeah.
Well, what if CCP monetized that and brought the subscription price down to, say, $15 a month?
Coca-Cola, yeah.
Oh man, could you imagine if they actually sold real in-game advertisements? Like,
real in-game advertisements for money.
You know what?
Who would buy that?
You know what? Hold on. You know what that reminds me of, Ghoster?
I would, Greg.
Hold on, Ghoster. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the scene in Ready Player One when it's like the one dude is sitting in the meeting room.
80%.
Like, we can fill up to 80% of a player's field of vision with ads before inducing seizures.
I mean, they get super fucking creative with it. And, like, you could buy advertisement rights to like specific regions of the game, or
could you imagine
whatever.
if in EVE Online it goes, coming next, Raid Shadow Legend.
Oh yeah, that's who'd be doing it too, right? It'd be those guys with all the money in the world.
Manscaped.
Yeah, it'd just be like the YouTube ads, because it's all going to be men.
Not
Dr. Squatch, she's so...
advertisements, in-game only advertisements.
Dr.
For like
Squanch.
corporate recruitment and shit like that.
No. Like if we're gonna if Eve needs to make money, sell it to companies that keep Raycon earbuds.
Dawn, you're taking this the wrong way.
God damn it.
Yeah, get some Raycons for your best in-game experience for sound. Ignore those really expensive Sennheiser.
And don't forget, for all of our Aussies out there, make sure to buy NordVPN because the connectors between that and the London servers are shit.
What's manscaping, Don?
Funny you should ask, Greg. I'll take this one, Don. I read a news article yesterday that there is a barber in the UK, surprisingly, may she reign never now, who manscapes his barber clientele in the privacy of his own home. Manscaping, if you didn't know, is shaving of the nether regions.
The Netherlands.
Are you supposed to shave that?
Circle.
Some people do, apparently.
Fucking horror show down there for me, man. It looks like a
I don't think shave it.
squirrel.
I don't think shave it, but like maybe shape it. Make pretty pictures with pubic hair. I don't know.
Oh, like people trim their hedges into like
Yes,
fucking shapes
yes.
of dinosaurs and shit. Speaking of dinosaurs, Don, do you have an animal fact for us this week? Maybe like a uniquely fucking English animal from Great Britain.
Did you know that hedgehogs are from the UK?
Really?
Yeah.
Did you say are or are not from the UK?
I do like the alliance and corporate logos on the ships. I think that's underrated. That's awesome. I feel like a lot of people were asking for that, and now that that's a thing, no one. It's like, oh well.
Did you know that
They could have
hedgehogs?
monetized it.
Did you know that hedgehogs can get gas stuck underneath their skin and they balloon up where they literally can't move and then die?
What the fuck?
It's true.
You know what? Okay, one thing, Mifune, that worries me a little bit about this patch that I was reading. When you said, oh, there's patch notes, I went, what? It's not just a fucking trailer? was this thing. It was about arcs, story arcs, right? Story-driven content, which will, it says, focus players to certain areas of space. Now, I didn't read it as focus. I read it as forces people to certain areas of place.
But that's how I read it too, Greg.
Now, here's my question. Is this going to be completely story-driven content, or is it going to be co-driven story content that we have the ability to say, no, I don't really want to do this? Because if somebody
come more in the form of a nerf, like they did to all of nullsec in the recent past, and they're going to force everybody out of nullsec and into, say, POCFen or faction warfare.
it's kind of looking like that, eh? What's your take on this, Ragnar? How do you think? First of all, Ragnar, have you ever done faction warfare?
No.
Has anyone done faction warfare?
This update to me means diddly squat, and they're not fixing any of the current issues, so I could give less of a fuck what they're about to add to the game. Plus, when they release it, it's going to be half-baked and break the game, and they're not going to fix it for like a year or two like they did with the gate rats after deleting the asteroid belts. I fucking guarantee it.
Yeah, so like almost a decade ago, faction warfare was actually fun, and people would actually generate good PvP content over through it. Now it's just farming, and people flip-flop factions back and forth to whichever one's making more risk this week.
Interesting. I didn't even know what faction warfare was.
So it's a thing in low-sec. Certain systems are like controllable by a given faction. Amar and Caldari versus Galenta and Minmatar. You battle to control sites in certain systems. The sites have different sizes, which unlock larger class ships being able to enter them. You fight over them. They're timer-based, and then one faction or the opposite faction controls the system, and then you get bonuses and points and shit like that. It used to be fun. Now it's just a fucking scam.
Yeah, it sounds kind of boring. Well, just a reminder, too, to people that are watching that it's Celebrate September on Twitch. You get save up to 30% off new subs until September 30th. Remember, Twitch and Amazon, you're the one-shop stop for all your entertainment needs.
I think FetLife.com is also doing something for September.
What?
If you don't get it, you don't get it.
I don't, dude.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
Just leave that alone.
I'm just so with all these changes, the biggest thing that jumped out at me from the thing posting was coming November. And I'm like, oh my god, that'll be like 6 months after FanFest or more. Like, how much longer are we going to have to wait for all this fucking shit? What the fuck have you guys been doing?
Here's the kicker,
broken when they said they had it up and running.
Yeah, here's the kicker, Don. They're releasing all this shit. However, they're not releasing the Allegiance part of it, which would allow you to not have to be in a faction warfare corp to participate. They're not releasing that till Q1 of 2023. So you literally cannot interact with the faction warfare unless you join a faction warfare corp.
Forcing you to be part of space, Greg.
Fuck that noise. I'll play Scum.
What a fucking yeah! Scum's a really fun game. If you guys want to play Scum, we're looking for some fucking PvP content, people to shoot, people to play with, fondle some testes, whatever. Come to our Scum server. Greg will link it in the chat.
I will link it in the chat.
But yeah, like that it's not coming out till November, so clearly it was way like we knew the faction war stuff was going to take a couple months because they said it would. That was honest. They said it was coming, but like all of the other things, the graphic things that they were changing, they made it sound like they were more ready than they are.
It says November 22, Don, for this fucking uprising thing.
Yeah.
So the little timeline thing, to me, it says there's new ships come September, then October, enhancements to their video shit and whatever, and the ARC event. So the ARC event stuff it's going to generate heraldry, I believe, their Mifunes. And that heraldry is what we're going to spend on our custom or our Corp and Alliance logos and Citadel skins. I
Something
think.
like that, yeah.
Is that kind of like Aurum?
I think it's supposed to be kind of like that.
Oh,
You're
so
getting
you
an
can't
Interbus.
rebrand it and bring it back.
No, they're using Interbus credits, which is what they were probably going to use as the cryptocurrency. Yeah, they were going to use the Interbus currency for NFTs and other shit. But we said, fuck you, we're not doing it. So now they're like, oh no, it's actually for this.
Yeah, totally, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, we totally didn't create another fucking coin or in-game money to use for anything else besides this faction warfare stuff.
If only CCP would listen to the people that pay their salaries and say, hey, we don't want that. Why don't you increase fucking server capacity and load and reduce tie-dye? Why don't you stop nerfing the fuck out of where the majority of your game actually lives? Fight me on Reddit again, I dare you. I don't know. It makes a lot of sense to me to just, follow the money. And the money comes from the players. And the players tell you this, and then you've got CCP retardy going, oh no, we're going to go this way instead. The players don't know what they want. They're going to give us money regardless.
You can't say that on Twitch. Anyways,
Retardy, how do you say his name?
Retardy.
He's fucking worm tongue. That's what he is.
By the way, the corporation stuff is supposed to come Q1 of 2023, but we do know that CCP is really bad at understanding what a quarter is, so I'm kind of hesitant to believe that.
Oh no, it's not. It's not going to happen in traditional Q1.
Yeah, they call them quadrants.
They know what a quarter is when they have to report their quarterly losses.
Got him.
I don't know. Man. I mean, know.
I hope some people are excited about how the faction warfare stuff looks like it should work, and that it's gonna kind of preface how they might change nullsec Sov, but I don't see how that's gonna really happen. Who joined us?
Oh, it's fucking Avon. How's it going, buddy?
How you doing?
Good, man. How about you?
Still a little too spicy. You couldn't stay away, could you?
No, I didn't hear anything about what's going on with Theta Thursday. We're talking about how the Queen died?
No, we already talked about that and how there's a power vacuum that is going to be filled by King Gregory first of his name.
Apparently he is deciding on King Charles III, actually.
No, I mean me.
Who's that? She sounds hideous.
Oh, man. No, we're talking about this new Uprising patch thing, or what is it called?
Oh, the one that has things for faction warfare and fuck everybody else, because why not give it to the deadest thing in Eve?
Kind of, but there's other stuff, too, that we were going on about. We were going on about a little bit about the new ships, and heraldry, and story arc story-driven content stuff.
Avon has experience with heraldry. I mean Aurum. I mean heraldry. Why don't you give us your insight into a failed secondary purchasable?
I can't wait to revive the Titty Sprinkles Dick Unicorn logo if I can put it in giant fucking dick logo on the ship.
Wait a second. Titty Sprinkles Dick Unicorn? What?
You might finally be able to get that unicorn on your ship, Craig.
We had a war decking corp that was called Titty Sprinkles, and we had a giant dickhead unicorn as our logo. And so we can put that on our ships now. So I can ram the unicorn dick into you.
Sounds like fun, man. Like, it's more fun than we're having now.
You know,
I don't know. Stanchky just looks like he got done with Club Vondersex over there in Vienna with that fucking white beater thing he's wearing.
Well, Avon, you know what you have in common with the unicorn with the dick?
What, Ragnar?
Both your dicks are imaginary.
Oh, Sonrir, thanks very much. Fucking 9-month streak, bud.
You just had a Twitch baby with us. Congratulations. Now you have to stay here for 18 more years.
That's the rule. That's how it
And
works.
pays child support in the form of 2 bill ISK per month per person on the stream. No, is that not how that works?
I don't know.
Oh, hey, other Eve news. There is actual other Eve news. We're probably all of us, the majority of us, I'd say 99.73% of all goons are back home.
Yeah.
So how's that going so far? Like, what have we done? What have we taken into?
I'm still not doing stuff in Dell.
The thing is that, like, whether or not nullsec is profitable right now, that doesn't matter, because the fact of the matter is that the Delve War lasted a year and a half, and immediately after the Delve War ended, we were dealing with FRT hitting Dracarys. We were dealing with SIG and squad deployments so that the SIGs and squads could have fun. And while the SIGs and squads were having fun, PH decided to ruin that fun by fully deploying, and then we had Jeff go out and try to, just have a couple of slap fights here and there and just not break out into an all-out war. And it ended up turning out to be an all-out war. And it's like, damn, that kind of sucks because that's almost 2 years as far as the 40 political chess game. And as far as the FC game goes, on that higher level, it's just that, damn, we've been at war for almost 2 fucking years. Right? Like, that's just how it's been. When's the last time you had a peacetime fucking filament fleet go out and just, shoot the shit while having a couple brewskis,
Today.
Well, today, yes.
Yesterday,
but
before that, probably 3 on Wednesday.
Yeah, not the point. But anyway, so that's just
not the point.
That's just kind of the thing, right? Is that we're going back to Delve because, everybody wants to get their ISK up. People want to go back to having some solid liquid ISK and not having every cent in just pure assets and, and stuff like that. And everyone just kind of needs a break from the constant barrage of wartime. And that's just kind of how it is. And, when it comes to our enemies, it's just kind of like our enemies have been on a forward deployment, but they haven't really been taking it as seriously as goons have, right? Like Pandemic Horde, they will, most of the time, when we were fighting Pandemic Horde in the drone lands and stuff, most of the time it was more of like a jump clone deployment for them. They had their shit over in Caldeva, Expanse, and Gemnit and whatnot, and whenever goons started forming stuff, P-Horde would just jump clone and form too, right? They still had a chance to get their ISK up. We haven't. Right?
Has the time come for us to beat our swords back into plowshares and maybe make some iskies?
Exactly, and that's kind of the point.
Speaking of, I need to do my PI.
Exactly.
It's a trap, man.
I already started up again. I can't stop now.
It's just so easy to forget. It's like watering a plant. You just forget about it. You love to keep the plant alive, but the plant doesn't whine at you when it's thirsty like a dog.
I mean, I'm
with
making
PI,
decent
forget
money.
about it. It's just gone. Just don't complain about it.
I use my PI to make fuel blocks, and I make about $500 million worth of fuel blocks every 3 days.
Oh my god, the market is so fucking drained of fuel blocks.
I know.
You need to get back on that.
The thing is, it's the same price if I sold it here as opposed to shipping it to Jita. Like, with the cost of shipping taken out, it's about the same, so, like, there's no point in me shipping it to Jita.
Yeah, I'm putting up, like, pretty good buy orders. Fucking none of them getting filled. I think 2 of them are higher than Jita.
I think that's just you're ugly.
Could be. When is the next Rings of Power episode coming out?
Friday. Isn't it?
I don't
Fridays?
have Amazon Prime.
Oh, it's good.
Like,
You don't need it. You can just steal it off the internet, Ragnar.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
It's a lot of effort, though.
Oh, actually, no, because we're fucking part of Twitch. Yeah, our Amazon Prime is... I pay money to Amazon for Amazon Prime, so I actually do have it.
Yeah, I use my 30-day free trial, which is funny. They spend $1 billion making this asset, and I get it for free. Like, does not make any business sense to me. Like, if you have $1 billion, like, I'm going to make a product and I'm going to give it away for free. It's like, okay, this is just a charity product. I don't know. I actually put puts on. I'm betting against the Amazon company now because I don't know what fucking sense is going through their head.
I mean, they came out with New World.
New World. The thing is,
yeah, I forgot about that game.
Yeah, because like, Greg, did you hear what happened in New World after it came out?
I fucking played it. It was fucked up the economy, and it was like duping, and it was a fucking shit show.
The problem with the problem with New World, like the underlying problem is that they made 90% of the mechanics client-sided, right? And there's two types of games you don't make data client-sided. That's FPS games and that's MMOs. Because that's exactly what happens when you make data like that client-sided, right? You get people that do lag switches. You get people that do duping mechanics. Like, something like Dying Light or whatever the fuck that game is called. People dupe in that game all the fucking time. But guess what? It's a 4-player co-op, like, single-player story. Like, it's all right there. You're not having a competition. Amazon fucked New World.
They should have known better, right? They should have known better because they had an unlimited wallet, right? So they could have hired somebody that knew something about MMOs, right? I don't know.
Well, that's the thing they
Jim
did.
From Blizzard.
A quarter of the fucking dev team were ex-Blizzard employees. That's what's so disappointing.
Where did they store the data again, Mifune?
What?
I just wanted to hear you add an extra syllable to client again.
You know what? I don't give a fuck, Ghoster.
I wasn't gonna say anything, Ghoster. Well, come on. Anyways, look at Amazon. Please help us.
No,
5 a.m.
Amazon, stick to fucking TV and movies, bro. Like, honestly.
Pearl Abyss has a certain asset for sale, Mr. Bezos.
Do they? I'd go in on it.
And if you were to maybe hire some people, like, I don't know, the entire cast of Theta Thursday, and I'll work for cheap. Like, I mean, like, fuck all. I'll work for free, as a matter of fact. And,
because you're a whore.
Yeah, and then we can put together a little space adventure game thingy. When I say put together, I mean actually, like, listen to the people who play it. So there, Jeff.
Well, that's a novel idea.
It wouldn't be bad just to remake EVE Online. I mean, just get rid of all the stuff that nobody wants, and you actually save yourself a lot of time and build EVE Online pretty easily again.
Just wipe the servers. Let's start over.
What about this? No. What if the announcement was made to, the CCP said, all right, we're coming out with EVE Online 2. Or call it whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit.
I don't know if I would play EVE Online 2.
Yeah, but listen, say that...
the first one sucked.
It's going to be a year in production, so we're going to shut the servers down for like EVE 1 on January 24th, 2023. That's my birthday, by the way.
Okay.
Wait, when?
I like
January 24th.
Here's the real question. If they did EVE Online 2, would you want it to be like the new server they had for our Asiatic brethren and be like the center of the map is now nullsec instead of the outer part?
That wouldn't make any sense.
I don't know, just like EVE Online 2, right? With like new code, right? So that they can do shit without having
what would the subtitle be of that? EVE Online 2, the evening?
I like it.
EVE Online 2, Electric Boogaloo.
You know what? It should be a single-player game.
No,
I would enjoy myself if it was a single-player game.
No, but Don is right, though. If EVE does ever come out with just EVE Online 2, it needs to be titled EVE 2 Electric Boogaloo, because if it's not, it's just gonna fail. It's gonna flop right then and there. The project's just gonna die. No.
I don't know if I could commit my time to an EVE 2. Like, if everyone's like, oh, they should make EVE 2, and I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool. But also, like,
all my stuff's here.
At the end of the day, like, I have so much committed to the regular EVE. Would I really want to start all over again?
this unannounced FPS bullshit that the London studio is working on better be called Dust 2, the Electric Boogaloo.
I'm really pulling for him on this FPS. If it's good, I will play it.
Look,
I will pay them
if they deliver and it like all they gotta do, right? Like Helmar, here's the secret. All you gotta do is just make PlanetSide 2 in the EVE universe with good graphics. And everybody will praise you.
going to listen to him. Everybody that he could talk to, he's going to listen to Mifune, because clearly Mifune has the best business practice in mind.
Like, come on, bro. We need a new PlanetSide, damn it.
Oh, I want to talk about something. It just came up. I got a ping the other day in my Jabber thing, and it was a ping, and it said something.
Jabber? I hardly know her.
Exactly, and it was a fucking fleet, right? And I looked at who the FC was, and it's fucking Mifune. So I was already committed. So I was like, this is going to be fucking either really good or really bad. You know what? It was a fucking good fleet, man. Good job, kid. We went out and flycatchers, and we
give them little chin.
This is a bit of a funny story from the fleet from this week. So, like, the actual fight, it was nothing. We killed a small Caracal gang. That's not the interesting part. What's funny is this Caracal gang, when I formed the fleet, I was told that, oh, they're in Quirius, right? So we start burning towards Quirius. And then, all of a sudden, Sanrir is backseating me, and he's like, yo, I think they're behind us. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah, they're reported all the way back in 8QT now. And I'm like, how the fuck, right? And so we start burning back and we catch them. And then after the fleet ended, I PM'd the hostile FC in game. And I said, yo, what the fuck happened? Because I don't even know what happened, right? And his theory was that we both of our fleets cross-jumped the 8QT gate at such a perfect moment that both fleets were completely in the warp tunnel. So we didn't see each other at all. Like, I did not see a single person in their fleet in local or on grid, and they didn't see a single one of the flycatchers on grid or in local. Like, it was such a perfect cross jump, and we were just dying about it in the command channels. Like, that shit was hilarious. Like, 1 in a million chances that two fleets don't even see each other because the cross jump is so perfect.
The most important thing I think of that entire fleet was that for the 45 minutes that Mifune had control of that fleet, Delve was secure and the fucking enemy knew it.
I think Mifune was probably the only one dying about it in command chat, and everyone was just like...
No, it was pretty funny. I was there. Like, I wasn't in command because I fucking won't go to command because there's too many...
Yes, that's very true. That's exactly what it sounds like.
So I just found something out on the saucy developments on who's going to be the Goonloft CEO.
Uh-oh! I'll be right back. Go on.
I think it's going to be Atrum, because he's starting to win my vote pretty quickly.
Hey, I heard Atrum fixed mails permanently. Is that true?
Yes, it is. I thought it was a rumor, but he posted a chat log. I posted a thread after the court mails were thrown off. I called out who the fuck turned off court mails. That is where Atrum went in there and started yelling at the whole directorate team, and he stripped all of the communication officer roles from everyone. So that means no one is allowed to grant communication officers, and no one's allowed to take it away. So only the CEO can turn them back on, which is inactive. So they are permanently on, and that's just fantastic. So they have been lit up. In fact, tonight we got this email from this fucking nobody claiming that he was the new CEO, and everyone just kind of went along with it. No, so that was pretty funny. So I'm still getting notifications on my phone at this very moment. What?
This nobody, was his name Sanchki?
No, in fact, I really don't know who he was. Just kind of popped out of nowhere. He was like, here's my speech after accepting the position, and everyone was really confused. It was a good shit post. I liked it. So, Atrum, I think, just won a lot of people's votes with doing that move.
I'll still find a way to suppress you, Sanchi.
Probably not Ragnar's. Probably not Ragnar's vote.
I'll find a way to suppress it, don't worry.
Unfortunately, you won't. Ragnar, you were part of the old guard. That's,
I still am the moon director of
You
Doodloff. What do
need
you
to find
mean?
someone. Well, you can be, whatever imaginary director somewhere else. Okay?
Sanchi, you want to know what I'm going to judge? Whether or not you should be the Goonwolf CEO? I need you to do something for me real quick. I need you to take your camera, go open up your fridge, and show us what the inside of your fridge looks like.
There's nothing.
You know
in
he's
there.
not home, right?
I had to go to a vending machine to eat dinner tonight. It was really sad. I didn't get enough groceries. I think there's cheese in there.
All right,
Tell me
we'll
the best
show us.
part of your trip so far.
I want to see what's in your fridge.
Is it the cheap hookers?
I don't know what that is.
Cheap. You
Probably
know
not
what
even-
cheap hookers are?
It's probably not even a real fridge. Probably
Yeah,
just a
this is
cardboard
MTV
box.
Cribs INN edition. We need to see what's in your fridge.
The background is pretty much my entire living quarters. There's not much to this.
But there's a
apartment.
fridge right there. I see it. I want to see what's inside. I'm very focused on this fridge right now, Sanchi. I'm not going to let this go.
This thing right here.
Yeah.
How do you know it's a fridge?
You know what?
Yes,
I
that looks
can't.
like a cardboard box.
I can't. Greg, have you seen that clip?
What?
I know what you're
there's-
talking about.
Yeah. So there's there was a Twitch there was a Twitch streamer that for like 2 years he had this fridge in the background of his camera. And there was one time where he did a social experiment where he went to a pawn shop and he got an old-fashioned fax machine and set it up. And everybody in his Twitch chat was able to send him a fax. So the one guy sends him a fax and it's like a furry kid. And it's like, show us what's in the fridge. And so he's like, you guys want to see what's in the fridge? Fine, fucking all right. Right? And after like 3 years, people are about to find out what's in this dude's fridge, only to find out that it's a cardboard cutout of a fridge.
Yeah, that was probably one of the funniest Twitch moments.
And the entire Twitch chat just goes fucking nuts over it. It's absolutely hilarious.
Just want to give a shout out in chat to one of Theta's nicest guys, Royal Cat Royal, otherwise known as Casey Downs. How's it going, buddy? Also, thanks for the other guy that subbed earlier, who I forgot what his name was.
Right, well, I think that's about it for this week. So I guess we'll move on to final thoughts.
Let's do it.
Ghoster.
Ghoster.
I'm excited to see where CCP takes the game. I'm not too excited for faction warfare. I just hope that they've turned a corner and they actually start listening to the player base. I too want to give a shout out to Casey. He's a nice dude in Eve, period, and Scum. And yeah, that's all I got. Have a good week.
All right, Sanchki.
Let's go. I don't know. Free OJ Simpson.
Wait, what did he do? Just kidding.
No,
Oh, dear Lord.
I was about to say, Greg, please tell me you don't know what actually...
You weren't even alive.
He technically didn't do anything.
Wait a
But
second.
if he had, here's how he would have done it.
Kill 2 white people.
I
Allegedly.
got a two-parter. I got a joke, and then I'm still kind of want to see Sanchi's fridge as the first part. So, Sanchi, you need to get on that. And the second part is, you ready for my joke? This is one for Ghoster. And the current events. Ghoster, what's the biggest similarity between Pink Floyd and Princess Diana?
The Wall?
Both of their last greatest hits was The Wall.
Yeah!
That's pretty good.
That was phenomenal.
That was pretty good.
Remember, the royal family doesn't kill people. Dead bodies just turn up on their properties.
Oh, dear Lord. Anyways, Greg, final thoughts?
I was thinking earlier, right? Like, I always shit post or shit talk about the Theta Thursday talent show, right? But I've actually got real fucking news this time about the Theta Thursday first annual talent extravaganza. I am going to open a thread in GBS shortly. If it's not tonight, it'll be tomorrow. And I will be accepting audition tapes. It can be like a SoundCloud clip, or it can be a YouTube video, or whatever the fuck you want. And you can audition for a chance to be on the first annual Theta Thursday. And the prize for the first annual Theta Thursday talent extravaganza will be a fucking Titan.
Now that is going to be a good show. Did everyone hear that? All 31 of you? Oh, I'm excited.
Don, you got a Titan, right?
I'm just saying, 31 people need to see what's in your fridge, Stansky.
It's a Titan for the winner.
All right, who's up next? Mifune. Ragnar.
You mean Sir Ragnar, the bigot.
I don't give a fuck about this update. They're not fixing the game. This also doesn't affect my playstyle, so I literally don't care. And also, Mad Cows needs Isk. That is all.
Mifune.
Well, I'm stealing another line from Brisk. I am very cautiously optimistic, and that's about it.
Saddened to know you're young enough to think that originally came from Brisk.
Take us home, Dawn.
Okay. I hope everybody has a great week. I think these changes should have come in a month, not 3 months, 2 months or whatever. But details, they're coming. Please get rid of the BRM because it's stupid. Nobody likes it. And we've been dealing with it for 2 years. Get rid of it. And that's it. Hope you guys have a good week.
As always, be good, people. But if you can't be good, be careful.
All right. Well, that's about it. Well, I hope everyone has a good night and enjoyed the show tonight, and we will catch you all next week. Bye-bye!